as a reaction to G-Drop on my hammock review, this hammock, asking if I know any natural mosquito repellent. I decided to make this little video about how to do it and where to find it, and protect your camp from most of the mosquitoes. It is a really old remedy, and it works as good as now as it did all those years back. So follow me along. So first of all, good to know, if there's no water around, there's no mosquitoes around, or at least almost none. So nature provides what you need closest to where the problem is, usually. So in Sweden here, when you come to a swampy area, which I don't have around, so I cannot show you, but I show a picture of the plant that I'm talking about, and share the name. When you come to a swampy area, you see that the plants change into swamp plants. And usually those plants have some sort of function that you can use in that area. That's the cool way nature works. I'm talking in this case about Labrador tea. And I don't know why they call it that way, to be honest. I don't know what it has to do with Labradors or with tea, because you can make tea out of it, but it's slightly toxic if you would eat it or drink it like this. You can use this plant to rub it on your body, but it only holds for like 15 minutes or so. So it's not something you put around your camp. It is just for crossing the swamp area. So exactly where it grows, where the most mosquitoes are, that's where you're gonna rub it on your body, not on your face, because that's a thinner skin, and it can get a little irritated. So Labrador tea, that's one of the mosquito repellents that I use, but only at the moment that you are actually crossing the area that has the most mosquitoes. So it's on the go. That's a different kind of thing. What we are looking for now is also something that only grows near water, and that's the birch tree. We got some, it's hard on the camera, we got some birch trees here, easily identified. They're white, really white. So they need a lot more water than a spruce or a pine, so they grow closer to water usually. Now in the area where I live, there's lakes everywhere, which means mosquitoes everywhere, but also means birch trees everywhere. We're not particularly looking for the birch tree itself in this case, but for something that grows on the birch tree. And I'm gonna see if I can find one and then come back to you. There we go. One thing better if you're looking for this than a birch tree is a fallen birch tree, because that is the effect of what we're looking for. Now this is what we call a horse-hoof mushroom, and this is a very small one, so this is not the typical, like the example that I'm looking for right now. But what is interesting is you can see inside it has like a brown velvet kind of substance, and that is what we're looking for. Now this one's really fresh because this tree didn't fall so long ago, and the reason why I say that is because if you find a birch tree that has this on it, that means that the birch tree is dead or dying. And I'm not sure if the mushroom causes the tree to die, or if the tree dies and then the mushroom comes. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe you know, and let me know in the comments. What I do know is that this works really well as a mosquito repellent, and I'm gonna take this one, even though it's not dry yet. I'm gonna keep looking for something that is a little bit drier, so I can demonstrate what we're gonna do here. There we go. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. This is a birch tree. How do I know? The bark is laying right there. And this is another one. Not using this today, not talking about it today, otherwise I get sidetracked like crazy. There's one, and there's a huge one. Then in all honesty, I already found before I started this video, and that's what we're looking for, people. The horseshoe fungi mushroom. And that's what we're gonna use. And we're back home. So I got the little horseshoe mushroom here. And as you can see now, I'm cutting up the backside of it. Be careful, of course. And then it reveals its flesh. And you can see the texture of it, and it's really soft. Now this one is wet because it's fresh, and I'm gonna leave this to dry in the sun, which is something you can do if you walk towards your camp. If you don't have a camp yet, or if you're just walking around, take whatever you think you're gonna need in 1 or 2 days. Don't take what you're not gonna use, but if you're pretty sure that you're gonna use it, take it and put it in your pocket, and then you can have it out to dry for a day or so. If you need it to dry quickly, then you take thinner slices, right? So that makes sense. This is the big one we found. And let's see if we can make that happen here. Yeah. The bugs already got to it, but it shouldn't matter so much. Just open it up a little bit so we can get a lot of the texture. You don't have to open it up completely, but just let it be like this so we have texture. And then what we do is make the fibers loose. I'm doing it like this. Just stick the knife in and turn it a little bit, like wiggle it. So we have smaller particles that, hey Nala. That's my cat. So we almost get like a powdery, like flakes. And if you're gonna use a lighter, then you don't need to do this. You can just hold the lighter to it, right? What you hear is my cat. It's in heat. Nala. Okay. So I got the powdery thing going on, and now I'm gonna use my my rod that I got on pretty much everywhere, so it's easy to use. And I'm gonna use that to start it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's smoking. Well, you want the smoke. It glows. It doesn't burn. So you want the glowing part, like the little ember, to go inside. So once it catches fire, or once it starts really glowing, smoldering. Smoldering is the word. It starts to get like this really distinct smell, and that is what keeps the mosquitoes away. Of course, a way easier way to do this is light it with a lighter, or just if you have a fire going, put it in the fire for a while. Now, I use a metal cup if I have smaller mushrooms. I always have this metal cup with me, like a simple. I'll show it in another video, but all you have to do is put it in there, and you can add, if you want to, other herbs like the Labrador tea that I talked about, and put them in there, so it doesn't burn, but it just smokes and take up that properties of that plant, and it works even better. They call it a smolder pot, and that works even if there's a fire ban, because there's no open flame. So you can use that at all times. Now, a mushroom like the size that I just found, and this is half of it because I used the other half to demonstrate, would last you a couple of hours at least. I think this would last a few hours on its own. To be honest, I never use it like this. Almost never use it like this in a cup, only when there would be a fire ban or something. Otherwise, I just throw them in the fire. And it's way easier. Because it's quite a hassle sometimes to start a fire in it if the conditions are, like to start it up with a ferro rod, especially when the conditions are not perfect. This one was really good because it's really dry and it's been laying there for a while. But even the fresh ones, almost fresh ones, you can just throw on the fire and it works really well. You immediately start to smell the very distinct smell of this mushroom, and then you know it's working, and you see the smoke coming off. So it's pretty obvious, and it works really well. Not just for mosquitoes, but also other insects. So they hate it for some reason. I kind of like the smell. This mushroom has a lot of other properties that I maybe should make a whole video about, but this was just to answer the comment that I got on a hammock video. I'm gonna take my time here to chill a little bit in this lovely hammock. If you haven't seen the video about this hammock, it's out. It's on the channel. And for everybody else, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have questions or want me to make another video, just let me know. And I'll do that as soon as I have the time for it. Thank you for watching. See ya. Hey do.